We need centre-backs who will play every week. They give you the steadiness and consistency and continuity. To those who like their football sexed up, Ferguson's description might sound a little bland. Steady, consistent, continuous. Good centre-halves can sound like the family car. But take a closer look, and these columns standing steadfast have long contributed so much to the game's ability to enthrall. Big, brutish and stubborn, those purists trying too hard to push football as the beautiful game might see our protagonists as the unsightly zit on its nose. But don't be fooled. Centre-halves, in whatever shape or size they come, have always added to both the raw drama of a game, and in their own way, it's blinding fun. As Ferguson points out, greatness stems from them. Always centre-backs. In May 1989, Arsenal went to Anfield needing to beat Liverpool by 2 goals to clinch the First Division title. Their manager, George Graham, a football man with a fondness for the art of central defending, selected 3 of them. His team needed goals, but he picked 3 centre-halves, stifled the game, and famously won 2-0. At the heart of the defence, Tony Adams and Steve Bold had been a fixture in Arsenal's push for greatness, but that night they were joined by the wily old David O'Leary. The Irishman's presence alongside the other 2 contained Liverpool's forward line, and throughout the game, O'Leary could be heard shouting, "I'm taking my 2 Dobermans for a walk." Tony Adams liked that, a lot. No doubt Steve Bold did too. Centre-halves, you see, are a proud breed. The centre-half is playing the game, but he is also observing it. Square on, they have the action in front of them, and they act. They wait for danger, prepare for it, and guard against it. They must do all they can to keep other, presumably more talented opponents at bay, while also organising, cajoling, lecturing, barking. Over the years, from the Camp Nou to those Hackney marshes, preconceptions and stereotypes have man-marked these man-markers. They are the big brutes, leadened by their lack of ambition, mere ogres hell-bent on killing joy. Some of it is true, but there is so much more to these misunderstood souls, and today they can be celebrated. The fact that Liverpool's Dutch maestro Virgil van Dijk stood on the shoulder of Lionel Messi at the 2019 Ballon d'Or award ceremony, a gong that many pundits felt he deserved to win, says much for a changing position and for those who had hitherto judged it. Elite coaches such as Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp put their centre-halves at the very core of how they want to play the game. High-tempo possession football that starts in their own defensive areas with centre-halves who must be able to play. If football under Guardiola is like a swan, his central defenders are the legs under the surface. Mikel Arteta, Guardiola's one-time assistant at Manchester City, remarked while there that our defenders have to play the ball out, defend well, maintain our offside line, anticipate, know who's pressing you and where the gaps are. After a mistake, you've got to do the difficult thing again. No hiding. Cheeky Begiristain, his director of football at both Barcelona and Manchester, was a little more succinct. It is, he said, a bastard of a job. And it's not just Pep. Those asked to fill the berth at Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds United might just agree. After all, theirs is a coach who asks them to man-mark strikers, to run, to work. Defending under these thinkers of the game is not only required when under attack, it is for the whole 90 minutes. A bastard of a job. Dion Dublin, a fine centre-forward who could seamlessly change to centre-half, using his instincts as the former to aid his time as the latter. So much so that Wayne Rooney, after one game playing against him, commented that he was, in fact, the best central defender he had ever faced. I would think like a forward when I faced Wazza Rooney. I knew I didn't have his pace, so I thought like him. I read where the ball should go, where I'd want the ball to be if I was the striker, and I got all my decisions right, and he got no space at all. Today, Dublin sees the role as being more cultured, but agrees that the position of a centre-half is as hard as ever. Yes, the fight between the defender and the attacker is less of a bare-knuckle affair, but the coaches and managers are demanding just as much blood, sweat and tears. The object of a centre-half is still the same, he says. You have to stop the opposition from scoring, and to do that, you still have to be a bit horrible. Destroy before you create.